There are two kinds of people in the world, my friend. Those with a rope around their neck and the people who have the job of doing the cutting. Listen, the neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Two can dig a lot quicker than one.
Shout out to Chapman Automotive Group. They offer one of the largest selections of new and used cars in the state of Arizona. Visit them at ChapmanTucson.com. We're talking Acura, Audi, Honda, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche.
There you
Get that
go.
correctly?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Volkswagen, and Sprinter. Lots of great brands. Chapman Automotive Group, they do a great job, and they also support all things here in southern Arizona. Not just us here on Spears and Ali, but like we talked about with our guy Neb Jonas, anytime you see like soccer garb in the city of Tucson, Arizona, more often than not, there's a Chapman logo on there. So they support.
Yeah, and big supporters of our professional team, FC Tucson.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, shout out to Chapman, making our community a better place.
We need to get Neb on the show again. We're going to get the folks from Chapman on.
Yeah.
I'll orchestrate that for next week.
Sounds good.
So we can get our friends on to talk about all the good things that they're doing. So, again, visit them at ChapmanTucson.com. All right, Ali, get us started. What's your good for this week?
My good is a young man named Drew Mestamaker. He's a quarterback from North Texas. They just beat Charlotte. Drew Mestamaker went 37 for 49 for 608, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He had 3 receivers go over 100 yards. In fact, he could have had more than 608. One of the incompletions, 12 incompletions, was a drop that would have been a 60-yard touchdown. So he could have 5 touchdowns. And, well, maybe they got it on that drive anyway. I don't know. But 608 yards. The stats are not what is so good about this young man. Drew went to Vandegrift High School in Austin, Texas.
Oh, man.
He couldn't get on the field as a starting quarterback in high school. He never took a snap as a starting quarterback in high school. He played safety and punter, and he walked on to North Texas State to play quarterback, and he's putting up 608 yards in Division I football. Can you imagine the high school football coach at Vandegrift?
Yeah.
It sounds like a grift not playing this young man, right? It's like, oh, my God, this kid was awesome. I never played him a snap. I'm sorry, Coach. You're going to have to answer the question how this kid never got on the field. He will be one of the most highly paid transfer quarterbacks in all of college football. He's been putting up these numbers, all crazy numbers, all year. I watched the highlights of his game, and the dude can sling it, man. He can sling it. He's legit. So Drew Mestamaker from Vandegrift High School, who could not get on the field for 1 snap as a starting quarterback in high school, is now one of the best quarterbacks in Division I football.
Damn you, Drew Sanders, head coach at Vandegrift
Oh,
High
you
School.
had to find him.
I found him out, yeah. I found him, Drew Sanders. Come on, man. What are you doing? Not even like some Wildcat option with Mr. What's his name, Mestamaker?
I don't know. He was behind it. He was not behind just one guy. He was behind 2 guys.
Because obviously,
Yeah.
he was athletic enough to play receiver and safety. So he's got some athletic abilities. You couldn't find any packages for him. Damn, that's a tough look. But good to see him doing some big things at North Texas. And you're right. Whenever he enters the portal, he is going to be a highly sought-after player.
I know. Fortunately, I'm sure there's already schools reaching out to him to come play.
Yeah.
Because college football is a dirty business.
Well, speaking of which, that is actually my good, because it's good to be a fired college football coach. It is really good to be a fired head football coach. It's the second greatest job in sports. I'll get to the greatest job in sports. But Brian Kelly, he now joins the list of fired head football coaches at the college level, and his buyout money is now $53 million. That is just a little bit above James Franklin at Penn State, who's getting a buyout of $49.7 million. Billy Napier from Florida, $21.2 million to not do his job. Mike Gundy, kind of, in a different category than the rest of the coaches just because he's been there for 20 years. He did his thing. Like, when you think of Oklahoma State football, you think of Mike Gundy. All these other programs, when you think of their football programs, you don't think of those guys. So I put Mike Gundy in a different category, but still, $15 million buyout for him. Sam Pittman at Arkansas, $9.8 million. Deshaun Foster, $6.43 million. And the list goes all the way down. Heck, Trent Dilfer Dimes, $2.4 million. And by the way, their interim head coach is the son of Chris Mortensen. Got his first win a couple weeks ago in his first ever game as a head coach. So I know Pops was looking down very happy. And then Jay Norvell, $1.5 million. With all the fired football coaches out there, we have now exceeded over $169 million in buyouts this season. It is really good to be a fired Division I football coach. But what would you rather be? Brian Kelly, who gets $53 million in buyout money, or Bobby Bonilla, who gets $1.1 million from the New York Mets for decades until, 2036?
Yeah, Brian Kelly.
You'd rather be Brian Kelly?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I know Bobby Bonilla's been getting this $1.1 million for, years now.
Yeah. Brian Kelly will be getting that money over a shorter amount of years. And present, dude, you got to learn about present value of money versus over time.
Yeah.
Now, Bobby's got a good interest rate. It's okay. But I'm like, you know what? I could put that into other things that get a higher return. It's crazy, man. It's by the time we're done, it's October. By the time we're done, it's going to be around $200 million in buyout money.
Not more.
Yeah. Because, Florida State, that's going to push it even. That's not push it over $200 million. I don't know what that number is. So, all right. We go to the bad.
Let's do it.
The names on the back of the shirts doesn't make you good. The name on the front of the shirt doesn't make you good. You actually have to play and execute. And for being the highest paid defense in the NFL, the Steelers' defense sucks. It's been overhyped, overcompensated, and underwhelming. And I don't know if there's any fix or if these guys are just washed. The next time I hear the name TJ Watt will be the first time I've heard it in 3 weeks during a football game. Jalen Ramsey made a couple of tackles. If you're a betting person, bet the over on the opposing quarterback yardage and touchdowns, because right now they can't stop anything. So my bad is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense had a 19-7 lead going into the second half. You got to be able to, I know that the offsides wasn't called, and that could have continued the first drive for the Steelers. I know that they got a lucky balloon ball on 3rd and 12. Tucker Kraft getting that and getting a big gain. But good teams overcome that. And Steelers aren't a good team. And I just wonder, I love Mike Tomlin. I do. As a leader of men, I do. I just wonder if he's so stubborn that he's not able to look beyond what he thinks is the right structure of a defense to be with the times of where defenses are in the NFL in 2025. Because what they're doing is not working, and it seems like we're just doing it over and over again.
I was going to ask you, how do we feel about Mike Tomlin nowadays? Because he's kind of viewed as the coach that can't win the big one.
It's not good. We haven't won a playoff game since 2016. And we're always competitive. We always got a winning record, but it's like at some point you got to show me that you're doing something that causes the other team distress. And we stopped the run last night. Green Bay didn't really rush for anything. Jordan Love picked us apart, and we couldn't get a pass rush on him. No sacks.
20 straight completions for Jordan Love.
3 games in a row with no turnovers. 20 completions in a row. So my bad is I got to own it, man. Other than the fact that it's completely stupid that my outlook of life and my attitude and my mental health is all based on this stupid team, but it is. So, but I'm self-aware. This is not a good team. I might play golf instead of watch the Steelers-Indianapolis game tomorrow because it's going to be a massacre. Or I'm sorry, Sunday.
Could be worse. Could be a Bengals fan.
But you don't expect anything.
I did expect to beat the Jets, but that's okay.
Look, man, I'm not rubbing it in. After the week that Justin Fields had, he seems like just a really nice kid, and people really seem to like him. I was really happy for him. It was very vindicating. And number two, again, not rubbing it in, it was really an exciting, fun game to watch. I don't know what happened. Joe Flacco kind of went to the locker room while the Jets were on their winning drive, and he came back out, and he finally showed up as Joe Flacco. I was like, where are you throwing that? What happened to the guy that was picking the Jets apart, the Steelers apart?
Yeah.
He literally went in the locker room, and then the guy took off his uniform, and the real Joe Flacco came out.
Yeah.
And it's like throwing bounce passes, more bounce passes than Magic Johnson in an NBA game.
My bad is my guy, Antonio Gates, Chargers legend, NFL Hall of Famer, and according to Pablo Torre finds out, Antonio Gates was one of the guys that was hosting and playing in rigged poker games in Miami that is, connected to the mafia. So, yeah, we all know about Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and, others. Damon
Jones.
Damon Jones, yeah, the old Cavaliers assistant coach and player. They were hosting rigged poker games, and, we're talking about people losing millions of dollars. And, part of these poker games has a rigged card shuffling machine. People are using glasses that can read through cards, X-ray, poker tables. Well,
I hear they didn't even get those rigged machines legally.
Yeah, they robbed somebody for it.
Yeah. It's just like this. There's a lot of crazy parts of this story, but to me, the one that stuck out for whatever reason was not only did we have a rigged card counting machine, but we stole it at gunpoint. We didn't even pay for it.
Those rapscallions.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. Man, it's tough, man. Especially because we just saw Antonio Gates on Thursday Night Football. They were doing like the Chargers Hall of Fame inductions, and Rodney Harrison was being inducted. So you had Antonio Gates there celebrating that moment with Rodney Harrison. And listen, I don't view Antonio Gates any differently. He's still the one of the greatest tight ends of all time. As far as a football player goes, let me just
you might want to view him a teeny bit.
let me just clarify that this doesn't diminish what he does as a football player.
I'd still play cards with the guy.
Still one of the greatest Chargers of all time. I love Antonio Gates as a football player, but man, knowing that he's working with the mafia and allegedly, and
we don't know how he was involved. There's going to be more athletes'
look.
names that come out. Pablo's going to get them out. Conspiracy Justin. Chauncey Billups got arraigned, and he was wearing a sweatshirt that was connected with Clutch Sports. And there's some things about Damon Jones as a client of Clutch Sports. Maverick Carter, the guy that runs the company, admits that he gambles.
LeBron Otani.
I read somewhere they said, you watch, this will be the downfall of Clutch Sports.
Ooh, gasp.
Wait for it.
Was this, or someone said it also could be the sweater that Chauncey Billups was wearing when the feds came and picked him up. There could also be that too.
Look, of course. But it was the next day.
That's true.
So, he went to his arraignment in a sweatshirt. Was he making a statement like, you guys better do something or else House of Cards going down?
A little king in L.A.
Yeah.
is going to be having some problems.
All right, my ugly real quick. I already kind of hit on it. I watched after the Arizona volleyball game on Saturday, which was great, and I definitely recommend everybody go to a volleyball game. You get 10 tickets, groups for $40, so it's $4 a ticket, or you could just go there. It's $12. Seating is great. The court is great. ASU is really good. They fought and battled their butts off, but ASU's got two middles, 22 and 10, that I literally thought they might hit the scoreboard. They jumped so high, I was like, ooh, wow, But my ugly, I got home and I watched college football final on ESPN where they go through all the games, and literally every Big 12 and Big 10 game was like, Bachmeier throws a touchdown and BYU won 41-27. ASU, Houston with the play, blah. And then ASU can't get it done. Houston upsets ASU in Tempe 24-16. All right, LSU, Texas A&M, first drive, on the first play, they ran a dive. And then they did a read option. Literally super big, like super comprehensive analysis. Not just that, every SEC game was like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Their
every
Gatorade
other
is
game,
better.
except for like, Drew Mestemaker from North Texas. Look what he did. They had it like, feel good story. We'll give them a few plays. North Texas State, Charlotte, Big Ten, Michigan playing this team. Michigan wins. Michigan State, they beat the hell out of Michigan State. Another coaching opinion that might be coming up. So, if you guys think like preseason rankings, ESPN buying the college football playoff, ESPN basically being the SEC's television network, if you don't think it matters with the narrative and, parity in college athletics, if you don't think it has any impact, it all works together. And it was like obvious when I watched college football final on ESPN. I know exactly what happened in every SEC game, basically first, second, third, and fourth quarter. I even know what they said at halftime. I saw maybe a play or two from Iowa State, BYU. Washington and Illinois. Congratulations, Jetfish. I guess Washington won. But it was like so obvious. So my ugly is it's ESPN's promotion of the SEC and the fact that it's not good for college football. It's not.
My ugly is a former ASU running back, Cam Scadaboo, suffering a gruesome leg injury in yesterday's game. Just very unfortunate for Cam Scadaboo because, this guy was a player who came to ASU kind of under the radar, was a transfer portal addition from Sacramento State. And, I mean, obviously I had no idea who Cam Scadaboo was, and then kind of became a household name, in his first year with the Sun Devils. And then, I mean, he really took college football by storm his last year, leading ASU to the college football playoff and winning the Big 12 championship. I mean, Cam Scadaboo legitimately was responsible for like 3 or 4 wins for ASU last year.
He almost won that Texas game for them in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
I mean, ASU could have been in the finals.
Legitimately. And
Final Four, at least.
And, he was kind of like the Scooby Wright of running backs. Just this under-the-radar guy, but just so tough, hard-nosed, scrapped and clawed his way for everything. I mean, he earned everything. And I had him on my Heisman ballot last year. Obviously, I didn't vote for him to win, but I'm like, Cam Scadaboo, he's going on my Heisman ballot. This guy's a dog. What he did at ASU is unbelievable. And then he became a fourth-round pick by the New York Giants. And I just had a weird feeling. I'm like, this guy is going to become a New York legend. You just watch. And he rose to becoming one of their top running backs and became one of the rookie stories of the National Football League this year. I mean, he took New York by storm. This man was at Madison Square Garden at a Knicks game the other night, opening day, and they put him on the video board. He gets a standing ovation. Like, this guy in the calendar year took ASU to the CFP, is getting a standing O at Madison Square Garden in New York City of all places. Like, I can only imagine what this last year has been like for Cam Scadaboo. For his career to be paused with a gruesome injury, it's just really heartbreaking for the young man. So I feel for him. I hope he has a speedy recovery because New York Giants, man, if they can continue to have this guy be a part of their identity, I'm here for it.
It was a gruesome injury. What was more impressive, Cam Scadaboo and the cult of his personality and how people just have an affinity for him, getting a standing ovation at Madison Square Garden at the Knicks game, or Cam Scadaboo getting a standing ovation when he was getting carted off where they booed Santa Claus in Philadelphia.
They literally booed Santa Claus, and they're like, Cam Scadaboo.
Yeah, man. Hey, much respect. Because, us from Philadelphia.
We like guys like you.
You got like a Rocky Balboa thing going, Cam. Gotta admit, I like you. Like that you're not playing anymore because you're killing us, but
because you're killing us.
We like you guys.
Like, yeah, I mean, to me, I was like, I was watching the game, and I'm like, oh my goodness. The fans at Philadelphia just all stood up and gave him a standing ovation as he was leaving out. And he gave him a wave.
Yeah.
A New York Giant. To me, I'm like, that's something.
Yeah.
That's something.
What a guy, man.
Yeah.
Cam Scattaboo.
Cam
wishing you well,
Scattaboo,
man.
once in a lifetime, maybe forever until the earth implodes. Nobody else will get that. You're the only person that will ever get that. You always got that. They can't take it away from you, Cam.
Really? One of one.
One of one. One of one.
All right, that is it for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, brought to you by Chapman Automotive Group. Check them out at chapmantucson.com.